I'm here with Richard Mabe, and of course, you know me. My name is Dr. Keith McNally, and I've created a new playlist for my YouTube channel, and it's around stories. Uh, People have been impacted by suicide in many different ways. And so, if you've already watched some of the video content, you know that these stories are important and impactful, and they need to be shared with others because it's affecting us as a society as a whole. Richard, Coach Rick,
Yes.
please share your story with us.
Hi, everyone. Yes, my name is Coach Rick. Uh, I had a pretty rough childhood. Started out good. Mom and dad got married. Of course, had me. Dad started drinking, and mom and dad split up. They decided to get back together. I had my little sister, Annie, and he started drinking again, started getting abusive, started being abusive to my mom, and she left with us in tow. We became homeless for a while. Mom pulled her socks up and did the things she needed to do to become a single mom. And we traveled around living house to house with neighbors, friends, family. We finally landed a house in a place rental, doing things like that. Mom was an artist, very talented, great person. Some of her work is behind me. You can see it on the wall here. But dad was an in and out person, never really got involved with us too much. When he did, he would come visit us. Of course, he would be drunk and he would take us places. And I've had some memories of things that I'd rather not get into too much here. But uh, he just wasn't there. He was just an absent dad. And then when I was 14, after a long absence of him not being around, he decided to take his life. And so he did that. He shot himself. And I was devastated. I could not be reconciled. I could not figure out why. I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to explain to him that he didn't have to do that. I wanted to go and try to stop him. I felt like I should have been able to stop him because he shouldn't have done that. 14 years old, my dad and I should have had time together. We should have been able to build a relationship. We should have been able to do things. I just couldn't understand why he needed to do that. And so for the next 30 years, I was out of control. I did things that I would not have done, I believe, if I'd had a father figure in my life to help me, to guide me, to become a man. So many things happened around me that, there's an old saying that you become what you experience. You develop beliefs from your habits. And I became an out of control young man. I hurt a lot of people. There was death I caused in my out of control behavior. I just did a lot of things that were just not good. And that was my experience with suicide. I did not forgive him until I was 42 years old. Of course, I didn't know at that time. This is how things seem to work sometimes. He was 42 when he committed suicide. Kind of strange coincidence, right? But I did finally forgive him when I was 42 and began a spiritual journey and that kind of thing. But it was only then that when I was able to get control. And I went in the Navy and did some things to help get myself into a more stable kind of life. But there is no there is no final reconciliation for someone close to you taking their life. You don't get over that. You just live with it and you go day to day and you forgive them. You forgive yourself. You know that it's not your fault. You will come to that realization over time. that there was nothing you could personally do, and you didn't think you could, but there's always that back thought. There's always that thought that you could have done something. There's always that thought that there was something that could have happened to change that path. And your heart is always in that space. So I've dedicated a lot of my time to finding a spiritual and soul settling way to help people become solid, to help people find hope, to help people to not make that decision.
Mm.
And that's for those of you out there who might be having this discussion with yourself, know that that is not a good answer. It's simply not. You're not going to help the people around you by doing that. I guess that's really the end of my discussion about it.
Rick,
Keith, that's,
oh good. Yeah, Rick, thank you so much. I do appreciate your story. And if anybody listening can contact you, would that be okay?
yeah, contact me at Rick Mabe at livinghopeinstitute.org.
Cool.
And I do have a coaching program that works with people who've lost hope and who want to regain it through honesty, openness, pure love, and essence.
I will put that in the description of the video. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.